Hello. Today I'm going to be painting a dog. I've collected about 6 references from Bonnie.CutePets on Instagram, and you'll get the lovely background noise of the heater because it's the middle of winter and I'm cold. So just like last video, enjoy that all throughout this video. I reckon, as usual, we'll start with the sketches. Open. There we go. I've collected a total of 6 references, but I suspect we'll only do like 3, maybe 4 like last week. First one first, we're going to do a cute doggy wearing a hat because it's very cute. I probably shouldn't do one with something like a hat for the first one because, well, it's my first dog that I'm drawing. I can't even remember if I've drawn dogs in the past, but I certainly haven't painted them before. But I decided to do this one because it's cute and I like it. Big circle there, but it's probably that sort of thing in the middle there. So we'll connect it like that. This is tiny, that goes like that. Definitely goes up to a middle point there. Oh, I painted wolves. They're basically dogs. Awesome. Then this shouldn't be too difficult, although I've never done it on this angle. I always do that kind of sideways howling angle, and I definitely didn't leave enough room at the top for the hat. Whoopsie. We have leaves sticking out of the gaping maw. This one's kind of a droopy leaf. This one really likes to extend itself. Then we got a tongue coming down around, kind of like that. It goes there. Then we got a bunch of the teeth. That essentially brings us around to here where I can start drawing the bottom half of the mouth. Around here to continue with that black part of the mouth. Okay, I reckon whichever one we choose is going to have a closed mouth because the mouth is complicated. The nose kind of goes in over here to where the eye is relative. It's probably about there. And this section's kind of like that, I'd say. Kind of leads over to there. Now I don't know what to do. I think the ear's kind of over here. Right, the hat. I should probably just draw in the hat at this point, which is probably a circle that goes around the back like this, which means that it's covering this section of the dog's face. Then we got the dog's ear comes down like this. It's very cute, very droopy. Over here we've got the ear will come out like this kind of. Similarly droopy, but it goes around here, around there. There we go. Doggy head shape goes about there, and then we're into neck over here. Probably stops about here, but kind of trails down this middle section, and it meets up, I suppose. And then we got the hat actually going up. How the hat does it. I think that's very cute. I'll probably continue on with my theme of typically finishing the animal body. And his leg is up like this, being very cute. I think that's too big though for him. Goes down there, goes across here, goes down there, and across, and then down from here we've got the dog's other paw. Over here we've got, I think that kind of needs to go like that so that I can bring out the foot how it actually. And there's a bit of a back claw over there. Damn, I didn't expect to like the first iteration attempt. It's only down from here. The eyes are off. Good. At least there's something wrong with it. There's probably a lot wrong with it, but I like it, so I'm not seeing it. Alright, let's see what I can do for the second one. A lot of these are 2 dogs in like a pair that I've grabbed. But I don't plan to draw 2 dogs if I can avoid it. So my plan is to zoom in and just choose one of the dogs and work from there, you know? Now, in the actual reference, there's a nose pressed here, but there obviously isn't going to be in this drawing, so it may be a bit off in shape in that area. Then this head is actually really round, like that. And then we've got a nice little body. Front leg about here, in line with the neck, slightly behind. It starts outwards, goes inwards, down there. Out there, and we got our little paw, and like I said, that belly kind of comes in like that and out like this down here immediately. Oh, it's so cute. I do like dogs. I like drawing dogs, probably because I'm good at it. Or, well, I'm not bad at it at least. You know what I mean? Oh, any others that I want to draw while I'm here? Let's start with the nose over here. I don't know how well this is going to turn out, honestly. It's wrong already. I don't know how to draw the head on that angle yet. This ear kind of follows the head shape a little bit more. And down there, slightly out, and then across slightly before it goes rounded down. Look kind of like that in dimension. That's too big. This is the problem with recording my videos and doing all my drawings so late at night. And then we go down over here. This is so inaccurate. This is so wrong. It's hurting me. It's like mental pain. It's so strong. One of them had to be bad, I suppose. Okay, the other one comes through kind of like this. There's a bit of toe bean there, paw there. There is, to be clear, something in this spot. A paw, obviously, we know it's a paw. I want to make clear there's something over there that it's hugging and pressed up against. There we go. That face does not look like a dog at all, and I hate it. But these two are okay. Oh well. Number 1, number 2, number 3. I kind of want to do this dog because it's very cute. But this dog seems easier. So naturally I'm going to do number 1 again. Why is it always that I choose number 1? Ooh. Okay, let's open this up. Yep, new page. Then we gotta pick a lovely pencil to draw it. I'm thinking green today. You know, I might give it a bit of a green undertone to the picture. Sharpen us up a couple times. Good enough. Open this back up to the reference we just drew. Epic. I'll keep that on the side here for if I need to glance at it for help. Alright, let's hope my second sketch of this will be as good as the first. Should probably be starting with where I started with the first one, but I really want to get that basic circle down. Well, oval, but you know, it's a circle at an angle. The nose is where I started last time. That's too big. This is why I did not start with the circle the first time. Alright. Supposed to come out kind of like this for the nostril here. Okay, over here is where the nose itself happens. Around, it found itself the nostril in the middle there. This section has a round bit right up there. Leaves coming out of the mouth, followed by a tongue coming out here. And another piece over here. This here. Like that, and then we have this downward bit here which continues on the black. Oh, I even said that I wasn't going to do the open mouth toothy one for this because it was going to be annoying. Okay, oh well, too late, too bad. I should remember my own decisions if I'm going to make them. I should probably get some dry erase pencils or whatever they're called because I really like drawing color pencil, but you know, kind of there I think is where this ear starts. I liked what I did with making this meet in the middle, I suppose. Definitely drawn the teeth wrong, but I didn't intend to have teeth in the first place, so we'll just accept that mistake for what it is. Huh? Sounds good to me. I think it needs to be slightly smaller here. I don't know if you can see it, but I did just take an eraser all over this to make it a bit lighter. But now we can move on to the painting phase. I really feel like with this dog it's going to be a bit of a less is more. But we'll start basically with painting in this shadowed section. I just realized I didn't talk for the entire time I was adding shading. My bad. But I think that's probably enough in the way of shading, honestly. I think the first thing I'm going to do is a base coat for the plants so that I have like a rough idea in my head of where they are and I don't accidentally forget where they are and that they exist at all. Because I already forgot them a couple times in the shading process, I think. And there we go. While I wait for that to finish drying so that doesn't smudge up and ruin my piece, I'm going to do the the grey background and the yellow after that. Almost done. And I almost forgot the tiles between the legs. And there we go. Backgrounds, well, it's highlighted in. It's obviously going to have more work done to it later. Dog is shaded. Green is done for the moment. I can just start doing the dog now. Alright, I'm hoping to just do a bit of a wash style with this to start with. The most annoying part about this, I can't really see what I'm doing. That's the dog's base colour down. Oh, I should probably colour the tongue. Might as well get that out of the way now, huh? I'll add some black after. Get the base of it down at least. I'm thinking add little bits of the lighter brown in all of the shadow areas and the hat. Like the hat here can just be the lighter brown for now and be darkened up later. Then I want to add in like back here. A little bit of brown. Under here has a fair amount of it. The ears can be pretty much entirely this brown, I think, with a little bit of darker browns later. Same with the under here section. I'm gonna lift it up slightly so I can have an actual look at it. I definitely think this sketch was worse than my pencil sketch in my sketchbook, but it's okay. It's turning out okay. Definitely going over that in black after, because this is not darkening it up enough. I don't think I'm going to get anywhere else until I've done all the black parts, because I won't be able to judge it properly. Then we'll have just a couple of dots in here. Is there anything else that's black? Yes, the mouth. Right. Now let's do some of the black shading for a bit. Over the top here, I want to add a little bit of black, which will need to be blended in a bit. I think this is one of those less is more situations where there's very little I can do to make anything better. I'm trying to add a little bit of extra strokes to like show hair direction, but ultimately it really is just very little that can be added to make it better at this point. I think the dog is done and that's about all there is to it. Well, except I feel like I really should add more black shading to that mouth. Going on to the points here. Gotta wait for that to dry. I think in the meantime I'm gonna add these to my thingy. My brush is definitely getting slightly affected by previous colors. And there we go. Bang. Now we can add a layer of red to the tongue. Redo all the whiskers a little bit. There we go. I'm gonna add green into these bits and then add some grey and black on top to texture it up. And now this will be done once these bits dry up. Yay. I'm gonna click my fingers and then it'll be done drying. Just as I said, it's dry, like magic. 09, 07, 2026. And that's another painting done. Today we made this painting of a dog. Not my favorite painting ever. The mouth is very much off. Like, that is definitely an unhinged jaw. But I don't hate it either. I think I like it a bit more than the cat from last week. And it definitely pushed me out of my comfort zone because I'm not used to, with this one, because of how light the color of the dog is, I couldn't layer the colors like I usually do. I had to try and be a bit more minimalistic with it, which is hard for me because I like going over things over and over and over again. But I like it. I think overall it turned out well. The jaw and how I drew it in the beginning definitely throws the entire thing off, but other than that, it's good enough. Here is a clearer picture of the finished product. And that's it. So I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!